Hello, this is Freeman and it's September 26th and I'm in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Behind me is the hot springs, Thermopolis Hot Springs. I was there last month for about 5 days, and during that stay I stayed in the Wyoming, the Holiday Inn. You can't see the Holiday Inn from here, but the Holiday Inn at the time I got at a rate for $110 a night. The Best Western right next to it, I got at a, I didn't get it, but I priced it. It was about $200 a night. Right there with the brownish roof that's like a dome. That's the Heli TP Hot Springs. Usually it's $15.50 to get in, and then over to the left there, you can see all the way in the distance there. Beyond this big mound of mineral deposits from hot springs with the walkway on it, beyond there, there's like a looks like a yellow roof, and you can see a slide on it. That's the teepee hot springs. And then right in the middle of the two, that's the public bath. The public bath is free. The Star Plunge hot springs, I mean, over there to the left, in between those trees, is $15.50 as well. So the price is the same. Anyway, so this is you can see the hot springs coming out. The hot springs is actually coming out from that hill over there. If you see this, you can see the smoke on the hot springs and the water coming out, and it's flowing out of that hill up there. And I've been on top of that hill. It's a nice little hike. It took me like 5 minutes one time, and that was kind of a challenge for me. But there's another hot springs. That's Hot Springs State Park, and there's another hot springs there you can go to. And then this is the Wind River. I think it is the Wind River. Yes, this is the Wind River. And then there's also a suspension bridge there, which was built in the 1910s or 1890s or something like that, but what was redone. Anyway, I just wanted to say, last night was the first night I spent in my conversion, and I wanted to say a little bit more about it. Okay, so as I was saying, the hotel I spent 5 days in last month was $110 a night, and that's a really nice hotel, and it's got a hot tub, and I think I got a really good rate on that. The best restaurant was $200 a night. But my campground at Eagle RV campground was $15, so that's a pretty big savings for staying somewhere. I had an electric hookup, and like I said, this is the first time in the conversion, and I would have to say that the conversion that I have is not an off-grid conversion, because I'm running everything off of electric. If I were to go off-grid, I would want the solar panels on there, and I would want a propane hookup, and so that way I could run the stoves and the electric off of it. For the electric, I might run the refrigerator, freezer, and maybe the little heater I have. And by the way, I want to show you the heater I have. Oh geez, it's gonna be hard to get out of there. Let's get it out of there. Let's talk about it. I really love this little heater. Let's get this out of here first. So there's the heater. This here is a Honeywell heater, and as you can see, I have it set on low, and I have the other knob set down pretty low as well. And that's a thermostat, and so that's really nice, and it shuts itself off when the temperature in the cab gets to the right temperature. And I had this thing on last night, and it was wonderful. This is $30. I feel completely safe with this here, because if it tips over, it shuts off. And I've had it in my room in my house for many days, and I think it's a good safe heater to have in the car. So like I was saying, $110 a night I was spending before, and I got to spend $15 for the campsite, and I was able to shower there. I was able to cook my breakfast there. I had bacon and eggs this morning on the picnic table. I was able to do YouTube and watch Jim Cramer on the the problems China's having with their real estate meltdown for financials. I was able to watch a YouTube video, and the internet was very good there. So so the cost, so $15 for that, and then total to yesterday I spent $103, and that was for food, you know, from grocery stores like Walmart, and I bought a little gas, and the campsite, and also I have to up that number to actually $115 because I went swimming at Star Plunge, so I spent $115 yesterday. I think that I would have spent more if I had stayed at a hotel. If I had stayed at a hotel, then I'd have to up that number by $95. So that's about $210. Plus I would have eaten at restaurants, and that's $250. So you know, I would say that you know, I could have spent $250 yesterday. Instead, I spent about $115. And so that's pretty good savings. That's half, and I expect it to be less because I have some food now and I'll have to buy that. But I am going up to Yellowstone, and the campground's a little bit more pricey up there, KOA, and a little bit more pricey area. Hotels are $200 to $300 a night up there. Campground's probably about $50 at a KOA. Other than that, it was a really good, successful night. This shows me that my conversion is a good idea. It works. I'm able to pull it off, and I'm fairly comfortable at it. Anyway, so and then also, like, before I came into Thermopolis, I cooked a dinner at Boysen State Park, and that just killed my battery. I cooked up some green chili pork burritos with bacon in them, and after I was done with that, it killed my battery. So it was a good idea. I went to the Eagle RV campground and had some electric to plug in, and I got to do all kinds of things with that electric that I probably couldn't do with the batteries I have. So I would say this Tahoe is not an off-grid conversion, but it is a campground conversion. You know, so it's basically a tent on wheels, and that's great because I can go four-wheel driving up into the mountains and then go down into the congested city, and I can stay in places and then be on the move quickly. So I think it's a great idea. But if you have other goals, this may not be the right conversion for you, but I think for what I'm doing here in Wyoming, it's going to be great, and I'm going to see you in Yellowstone. So that's it for now. Let's take a look at Thermopolis. There's Thermopolis City, and it's such a beautiful area. And this is a scenic pullout, and then this is the Wind River, and there's a nice little park here, and this is Hot Springs Park. And you know, you have all this mineral deposits, and all the different colors represent different temperatures of water with different growths of certain kind of organisms. I forget what they're called. And it's a beautiful place. I've been there. I highly recommend this place to stay for a couple of days. I highly recommend you climb that mountain to the top there. Up on top there's piles of rocks that people put up there, and each one of those stones represents a person who believes that they've been cured by the hot springs. And I think people drink the water and they use it for therapy. And there's actually a sign over there that says what the composition of the water is. And so anyway, this is it for Thermopolis. I'm done now. This is Freeman. See you in the next video.